Namo Buddhaya. Welcome to yet another episode in Inner Guide program. In this world, nowadays, most of the people are so interested about their physical appearance. They spend thousands and thousands of dollars and money to make their face and outer appearance beautiful. So today I'm going to reveal you a simple but a wonderful beauty secret that will make your outer appearance so much better, that can bring your outer appearance to another level. Our great teacher Supreme Buddha taught us there are 11 benefits of loving kindness. If someone practices loving kindness in his heart, if someone develops a heart of loving kindness, Supreme Buddha said, his physical appearance, his facial appearance, facial beauty will become developed. So if you need to be beautiful, if you like to be beautiful, what you have to do, you need to be kind. Why? Because there are two beauties in this world. The first one is the beauty of the skin, and the second one is the beauty in the heart. Right? So the skin beauty, the beauty of the skin is, remember, it is impermanent. It may last long, maybe about 50 or 60 years. But if you make your heart a beautiful place, then the whole world will be beautiful, as well as your physical appearance may become beautiful. Because you have wholesome thoughts and kind thoughts, serene thoughts inside your mind. Once your mind becomes pure, once your mind is full of wholesome thoughts, your physical appearance will be beautiful. Because what we think is highly affected to our physical appearance. Now, when we take a person who suffers with depression or stress or anxiety, normally we can see him, we can detect that nature from his outer appearance, right? He will be stressed, he will be parched, and normally we feel if someone is going through a hard time, if he or she is suffering from depression, we feel and we can see it from his outer appearance. So what our thoughts, what we think is highly affected to our physical appearance. If someone develops a heart of loving kindness, if he is not angry with anyone, if he is friendly with everyone, if he can smile in his life every day, then his facial appearance, physical appearance may become beautiful. You can spend your money to become beautiful, it's not a problem, but you need to be beautiful from outer, from the skin, as well as from your heart. To be beautiful from your heart, you need to practice love and kindness. Therefore, practice love and kindness. When you practice love and kindness, you will become beautiful from your heart, as well as you will become beautiful from your face. So practice this great quality and be a beautiful person from inside and out. Namo Buddhaya, Thiruvon Saranai. First of all, we have to understand about the situation of that person, right? If a person is being narcissist, that means he needs the attention from others, okay? And also, they don't care about others' feelings. They can hurt you at any time, right? They don't care about your feelings. So when you're dealing with such people, the first thing that you have to do and to develop within yourself is the patience, right? When we talk about the patience, Supreme Buddha said you should not be patient out of fear. Right? Lot of people talk about patience and they think that being patient is a weakness. Right? If you are being patient out of fear, and that is a weakness. But if you can be patient with the wisdom by being positive, not being aggressive, not being negative, but if you can be assertive, right? The positive patience, the patience with wisdom, then you will have that ability to deal with people, right? When you are being patient, you will develop the ability of listening to them, right? As the narcissistic person needs the attention from others, if you are listening to their ideas, if you are listening to what they say, then they will start to give a consideration, or they will start to love you, or they will start to like you because you are listening to them. But still you are being patient, and you are not being patient out of fear, and still you are listening to that person, then that person will start to like you, start to be with you. Now, normally when we find narcissistic people, the people with selfishness and people with higher self-esteem, we always try to reject them. Remember, the more we reject such people, the more they will develop their narcissism. They will tighten up their narcissism because we feed their ego. Right? No one likes to be rejected in their lives, especially the narcissistic people. They don't like to be rejected. So what you have to do, you need to be patient. You need to listen to them very carefully. Give a big attention. That is the first quality. Number 2, you need to have the kindness within yourself. You need to be kind to yourself as well as to the person who needs your attention, that person, right? If you can be kind to them, right, they will start to love you and they will start to listen to your ideas. Normally, narcissistic people, they don't listen to others' ideas. They think that I don't want any advice from anyone. I'm the superior person. But if you approach them with kindness, if you approach them with patience, if you are not rejecting them, they will start to soften their stubbornness. Normally, they are the people who are with hard and stubborn qualities, right? So if you are approaching them with kindness, compassion, listening, patience, then they will start to follow your advice, right? They will start to think twice about your advices, right? So what you have to do is, you have to approach them with kindness. Remember, kindness has the answers for these types of questions, problems, right? Normally we don't choose to be kind. We always try to reject those people. They are the people who needs our help. They are the people who needs our attention, right? If they need our attention, we have to give that. If you give that attention to themselves, then they will start to like you. Okay? And also, you need to take time, right? If you need to change that person, if you need to make them feel that this narcissism and the things that the problem that I am having is not a good thing, you need to take time to explain them, right? People doesn't change in one night, within one night, right? It takes time. And also you cannot convince a person through anger or rejection or blaming or scolding to make them change. You cannot do that. People change by themselves, by their own choices. If they made the choice to change themselves, then only they are changing, right? If we try to change themselves, if they are not listening to our ideas, then they will never change. So what you have to do, take time, little by little, one step by one step. You have to approach them with kindness, compassion, and patience. That is a soft approach, not a hard one. Okay? And the third quality that you must have within yourself is to admire their values, their good things. Right? Normally we have the nature in ourselves to label the people. Right? If someone has selfishness within himself, we label that person as a narcissist. Right? But he is not a narcissist. He is a person, he is a human which has narcissistic ideas. He's not a narcissist. Now, same goes with other people. If we take a murderer, right, we label that person as a murderer. But he's not a murderer. He is a person who had killed a person. Right? The more we label people like that, narcissists, murderers, selfish people, unkind people, like that, if we label the people, if we give the tags to them, right, they will never get out of their problems, their weaknesses. First of all, we need to see the human within that person. In every narcissistic person, there is a human which has good qualities. So you have to see those qualities and admire those qualities. Give a value to them. Right? If you're giving value to them and if you're not caring and if you're not caring and if you're ignoring the negative side of that person, and they will always give a good admiration to you. Right? So when you are living with a narcissistic person, what you have to do is you have to admire their little qualities, good qualities that they have. Right? When you admire them, they will like you. When a person develops the desire for another person, then they will always start to listen to that person. Right? Then after that, with the time, if you tell, now you have to get out of this problem, you have to stop being selfish and you need to start to be kind and compassionate to yourself and to the others, then they will start to listen to your advice. Right? So never use anger or resentment, aggression to deal with such people. Right? If you are using anger, resentment, hatred to deal with such people, they will never get out of their problems. They will never become changed. Right? So approach them in a soft way, in a kind way. You have to help them because they need our help. So when you are dealing with such people, tough people, narcissistic people, right, you have to always use these qualities: patience, kindness, and good listening abilities. You have to take time, right? You have to value and admire their qualities. These are the things that gives the answer for these type of problems in our life. So when you are living your life, develop these qualities within your heart and make your heart a peaceful place and make the hearts of the people around you a peaceful place. Namo Buddhaya. Before learning how to stop a bad habit, first of all, we have to learn and find what is a habit and how a habit is formed in our life. Normally, habit is something that we do again and again throughout a long time, and after doing it through a long time, it will become automatic, right? After it becomes automatic, it does not require any effort to do, right? There are so many habits in our life, either good or bad. There are so many habits, right? So for an example, let's take early in the morning, you all get up and you go to your washroom and you take your toothbrush and put some toothpaste on it and you brush your teeth. Now, brushing your teeth is a habit. No one gets up in the morning and think, oh, I should brush my teeth today also. No one become sad or depressed of brushing teeth, right? Why is that? Because it has become a habit. Because from the little age, from the age that we were as babies, right, we brushed our teeth daily. And with the time, it became a habit. It became something that happens automatically. Normally, we get up early in the morning and we just go to the washroom and we brush our teeth. It does not require any effort, right? So, that is how a habit is formed. We do it for a long time and it becomes something that is very easy and well known, and it does not require any effort. So, there are good habits in our life as well as the evil habits. Now, our focus and our main target should be to reduce these evil habits. So, what are the evil habits that we have? Normally, the main evil habit that we have is we become angry with people all the time, don't we? We become angry. We get angry with people who are in our families, who are in our workplace, right? Why that happened? Did you think why is that happening? Because we have practiced this anger for a long time and it has become a habit. Now, do you need any effort to be angry with anyone? Do you want to take any effort to be angry with any person? No, you don't. Why? It has become a habit, right? And there is another bad habit. It is the feeling jealousy of others. It does not require any energy. You don't want to think about it. It comes to your mind automatically. And the craving and the lust. When we talk about that, normally we have the habit of craving the things. And the lust has become a habit to our life. So that means we have practiced these evil thoughts throughout a long time and it has become a habit. And that is how the evil habits are formed in our life. So how to break these habits? Well, there is only one way to do that. And that one way is to replace that evil habit from a good habit. Okay? That is the only way you can do that. Stop a bad habit. Instead of practicing that evil habit, in that time, you can practice another good habit. Suppose you get angry with a person, right? You are a person who gets angry all the time. You are a person who loses your temper all the time. So what you have to do, you have to understand about your habit. You have to understand about your situation, right? Now you have to think, I get angry all the time, right? The first step is to understand about your situation. Number 2, you have to think that this evil habit, this bad habit is not good for my life. It will never make any good for my peacefulness or my spirituality. The more you think about that, right, the more you think about the disadvantages of your evil habit, your mind always try to reject those thoughts. Because you are thinking about the disadvantages of those evil thoughts, right? Normally, when we see some disadvantages of a special thing or a person or whatever it is, normally we don't like to be with that, right? If you are going to the supermarket and when you're going to buy something, if you come across and if you see some disadvantages of buying that special thing, do you buy that? No, you don't. right? Same as that, you have to think about the disadvantages of your evil habits. That is the second step. And then as the third step, you can bring out a good habit to practice instead of that evil habit. Suppose you get angry with people all the time. Okay, so what you have to do, instead of blaming others, right, instead of blaming for the little mistakes of others, what you have to do, you have to practice to be silent, and you have to practice to spread love and kindness to them. And also you have to train your mind to forgive them, right? Sometimes we may get angry for little things, right? The fights and the troubles that they are going on in the family life or in the workplaces are for very little things we are fighting. Remember, if we cannot forgive the people around us, we will never live peacefully, right? If you don't have the habit of forgiving, you cannot live peacefully, because we cannot expect the people around us to always to do good things and the things that we like, right? They may do weird things, but if we cannot forgive and forget, right, you will always see the mistakes and the wrong things and the troubles that has done by the people around you. The more you see it, the more you will become distracted in your mind. So instead of developing that evil thought, you can develop a wholesome thought. It's like this. Now, there are two sides of our mind. There is the evil side and the wholesome side. Okay? Think these two sides as two animals. Okay? So one animal is very dangerous, right? And the other animal is very calm and quiet and serene. And it is very useful. So if you keep on feeding one animal, suppose you fed the dangerous animal, the more you feed that animal, the more that animal will be strong. And that animal, with the time, that animal will control the wholesome animal. Right? The problem with us is we are feeding this dangerous animal. Right? Instead of feeding the dangerous or evil side of our mind, what you have to do is just feed the wholesome animal. Right? If you feed the wholesome side of your mind, what will happen? It will start to develop. Right? When it starts to develop, it can overcome, it can control the dangerous or evil thoughts of your mind without letting that evil thoughts to appear inside your mind. So what you have to do, just feed, always do and say the things and think the thoughts that feeds the wholesome side of your mind. Then with the time, that evil habit will be broken, and you will find that you always have a good habit instead of evil thoughts and evil habits. And that is how you break the evil habits in your life. So stop feeding the evil thoughts in your mind. Instead, feed the wholesome thoughts and make your life a peaceful one. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.